What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I really wanted to sit down and film this video that I've been wanting to film for a really long time, but I just haven't been at a stage where I was really kind of comfortable enough talking about it, or I just wanted to be at a stage that I was really happy with my skin and everything. If I do keep looking down, I have written like a few pages of notes and things. I have a lot to kind of say, and I didn't really want to forget about anything. Before I start, I wanted to make a little disclaimer. Obviously, like, I'm not a medical professional in any sort of sense whatsoever. I'm literally just sharing my journey with you guys because I feel like when I was going through this, watching these types of videos really helped me feel like I could relate to people. Because I feel like when you go through this thing, people who have never experienced acne, they don't really understand how much it actually can affect you mentally as well. If you're going through severe acne or anything like that, you'll know what I'm talking about and you'll really understand. So yeah, I hope this helps you, and let's just jump straight into it. I wanted to say, I know you hear this probably from everyone that you've spoken to about this, but I want you to know that it does get better. Like, it really does. And I know it doesn't feel like it right now. And it honestly feels like it's never, ever going to get better, because that's genuinely how I felt. But I want you to know that it does, and it will get better. It just takes time and patience, and I know those are the two most annoying things ever, but honestly it will get better, and you're not alone. Like, there's so many people that suffer with severe acne. It's not a nice thing. First, I'm gonna go through pretty much my journey with acne, go through how it began and pretty much how it progressed over the course of about 1.5 years. Then I'll talk into things that I use to try and clear it and all of those sorts of things. So pretty much my entire life I'd been dancing for about 11 years in total, I think it was. And in, what year was it, 2014, I started dancing full time. So I was dancing, I think, around probably 30+ hours a week, and it was intense training and it was very high physical activity. Started that in about 2014 or 2013, I can't quite remember. And yeah, so I was a very active person. And then around September, October 2015, I completely stopped dancing. There was a lot of personal reasons for that, but it actually caused me a lot of stress, confusion with life, and just a whole bunch of things. Like, that stage in my life was a really hard period of like time. And yeah, I was so stressed out and just had so much on my mind all the time. And obviously I stopped doing something that I was really passionate about, so that's also really hard. And with that being said, yeah, I was a very active person, and then all of a sudden just completely stopped. Like, I was still doing workouts at home and things like that, nowhere near as active as I was previously. So yeah, that was about in September/October 2015, I'm pretty sure it was. Then in December 2015, I was diagnosed with a kidney infection, and it was a really highly resilient bug, I think that's what you'd say. And I was actually in hospital for 5 days with this kidney infection. We weren't really sure like what was really the cause of it or anything like that, but because of its resilience, I was on really high IV antibiotics as well as physical tablet antibiotics, and that went on about from December to January, February, start of 2016. So that was a really long period. I got the first initial infection, and then it kind of like went away, and then it came back even stronger and more aggressive, and that's when I had to go into hospital and was on IV. And then I was out of hospital, and we thought it was all good, and it just kept coming back as a really reoccurring thing, and I actually had to go to hospital for it again a few weeks ago. So yeah, it was really resilient to antibiotics, plus like, it's not good for anyone to be on that dosage of antibiotics. It's just not healthy for your body. So that was kind of the start of when everything started to happen. I think because I was on antibiotics for such a long time, I feel like it would have happened earlier, but these antibiotics were suppressing the acne, so it didn't start until about April 2016. So I started getting like a few bigger pimples here and there, like previous to this, when I was dancing, I would not get any pimples whatsoever. Like, I'd get little pimples here and there, but yeah, and I'd be wearing usually like makeup from school to dancing, and I never got like really any pimples. Like, it was just little like tiny ones like around hormonal times of the month and things like that, but nothing like what I'm about to talk about. So yeah, in April 2016 I started getting really big kind of cystic pimples. There was only like a few, but mainly in my cheek areas. Really large, really sore, and really cystic. I'll insert photos as I'm talking so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then, so yeah, that's pretty much when it all began. I was really self-conscious of this because I had never experienced something like this my entire teenage years. I would often not go to school because of it. Not just because I was like embarrassed, but the thought of having to put makeup over this, it was so painful. And I think that's one of the like major things, is it was just so painful, like it hurt. Also at this time I was working at McDonald's, so we kind of thought that could have been the root of the problem, like being around and surrounded by all this like oil and just grossness. So thought that could have been a part of the problem as well, so I really cut down my hours at work during this time. I also really tried to focus on doing things that I enjoyed doing, because I was just so like confused as why this was happening. So those days off I'd have from school, I'd try to go to the beach or just, you know, try and de-stress my body because I was going through such a stressful time. And then in May 2016 I started getting some small kind of bumps on my forehead. Now the acne had only really kind of been on my cheeks at this stage. I started getting these small little bumps. I wasn't really sure like if they were pimples, they kind of just looked like bumps. And then that's kind of when the really aggressive acne began. Like, I'm talking my entire face, from my cheeks, my chin, my forehead was just covered in cystic acne pimples. It was really painful and mentally draining. I became really quite depressed. I would lay in my bed majority of my days like crying, and I just felt like no one really understood kind of what I was going through, because I just felt so alone. Like, my boyfriend didn't really understand, like he was there for me, but I would literally not even want to go out and hang out with him because I just didn't want to go out in public. And if I did go out in public, I felt like I had to put makeup on, and I didn't want to put makeup on. I was quite depressed, and it was really hard. It was genuinely really hard. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because I want you to know that you're not alone. It's a really hard thing. Like, you think, oh, whatever, it's just acne, like you're just overreacting. But no, like, it's really, it kills you. Like, it does. It kills your self-confidence. It just makes you feel like I can't even explain it, but you'll know how I felt if you've been there. And then by April, June and July of 2016, this is when the acne was the worst it's ever been. So I was literally trying everything I could think of. My mum was on the internet every single day just researching and trying to try out new things, and it just felt like nothing was working. Like, I had, at this time, I think by August I had completely stopped working at McDonald's, and I do actually think that did help a lot, because I was actually really stressed with that job, stressed with school. I was a mess. Let me just tell you that. Like, that was a really hard time in my life. So I began to cut down on the amount of makeup I was wearing, because, well, obviously when you have this sort of acne, you just want to cover it. Like, if you go out, you don't want to wear no makeup. I felt like everyone was staring at it. I would cover my cheeks and cover my face if I was talking to someone. I remember I would just watch this Snapchat that I took when I was at my friend's house, and I'm filming her and I'm sitting there and I'm like covering my face and I'm like smiling, but I'm covering my cheeks and trying to cover my face. I stopped making YouTube videos as well. I literally just stopped doing things, and it was kind of bad because it was making me more depressed and more stressed, just and that was just fueling the acne. Like, I know it's such a hard thing, but you just need to, like, you know, go out, try and enjoy the day, try not to put makeup on. What I did, we went for a bushwalk kind of thing, and I just wore a hat, so I felt like no one was really looking at my face. And I just tried to enjoy it as much as I could without thinking about my skin, because literally I would wake up in the morning, the first thing what I do would look in the mirror and see what my acne would look like, and then I would see what new pimples I had, compare the photos to yesterday. Everything I did revolved around, like, my acne, like literally everything. Like, it just felt like that was my life, which I felt like it was. And, you know, it's a really hard thing to kind of explain to people. That's pretty much all. So now I'm gonna go into how I cleared it up and things that I tried. And yeah, so sorry if this is a long video, by the way, but I just want to kind of get all the information out. So my number one thing I think that did actually, like, really help it, and I know multiple people have probably already said this as well, but cutting out dairy dramatically, if not completely. Dairy is literally, honestly, one of the worst things that you can put into your body. All dairy products, I'm talking milk, cheese, what else is there? Yogurt, you know, all those things, like, they're really not good for you. They're full of pus and just really gross things. They actually promote sebum in your skin, so that's what causes acne, is sebum in the skin. So yeah, try cutting out dairy completely from your diet and see if that makes any changes, because for me it honestly really changed my skin. Like, it really did make a difference. There's just so many alternatives to cow's milk. Like, you just really don't need cow's milk. There is so many alternatives. A really good one is oat milk as well. It tastes really nice as well, so give that one a go. A big thing is your diet, and I found at this time as well, like, my diet was not very good. Like, it was just not really good at all. Like, make sure you're eating plant-based whole foods, leafy greens, vegetables, fruit, just real food. You just want, like, real, fresh, plant-based foods. Like, honestly, that's all I can say. Like, try it and see if it makes a difference, because honestly, your skin shows what is kind of going on inside of you. So if you have a really acidic, toxic body, it's going to show that through your skin. Usually something that's inside that's wrong, and your body's trying to tell you that through the acne. Focus on the inside of your body before all of the creams and treatments and things like that. So one of the first supplement kind of things that I started taking, which I thought really helped my skin, was zinc. So zinc actually kills acne causing bacteria, and the bacteria won't actually develop a resistance to the zinc, sorry, like antibiotics and stuff does. Really powerful antioxidant as well. Do your research on this stuff and how it helps acne. You'll really be surprised with the amount of people that say that. So yeah, so this is a silica spray. I know you can get silica in, like, powder forms and I think tablets as well, I'm pretty sure, but this one you just spray underneath your tongue. So silica pretty much promotes mineral balance between calcium and magnesium, so it helps with hormonal balance, and it removes toxins which would normally seep into the bloodstream and cause inflammation that leads to acne. It's on here, traditionally used for the relief of pimples, boils, ulcers, and styes. Another really good thing is true silver colloid, I think that's how you pronounce it. So silver is a antibacterial mineral solution. You can spray it on as a topical. I'm pretty sure I used to spray it on my acne, or you can use it internally, but I think it's more effective when you use it topically. Also, if you do some research on this, it's a really old, like, natural remedy. I'm pretty sure it goes back, like, they used to use it before antibiotics, I'm pretty sure. It says True silver colloid is effective both topically and internally. It is non-toxic and harmless to the good bacteria, which is good because most antibiotics kill good bacteria as well as bad bacteria as well. True silver colloid cannot turn your skin blue, has never been to show conflict with other medication. These are just different things that I tried along the way that I thought I would suggest if you haven't tried them already. But I didn't use like all of these things at once. It was like a combination of all of these things over like the period of 6 months that I had acne. So another thing I'm going to talk about is black seed oil. So it can come in the oil form or the capsules. My mum swears by this stuff. She honestly loves black seed oil. It is literally just full of like all good all good things. It's anti-inflammatory. It's got vitamin A, which actually unclogs blocked skin pores. It's got omega-3, vitamin C, B complex, and zinc as well. So it's literally just a bunch of like good stuff. Yeah, I'm just suggesting these things because it doesn't help and it doesn't hurt to try just different things and see how they go. So another thing, you might have heard this already, but it's using apple cider vinegar as a facial toner. So obviously do not ever put this on your skin straight. It is really strong stuff. So literally get a tablespoon of this and dilute it with some water. Put it on a little cotton pad and just rub it around your skin after you've hopped out the shower or already cleansed your skin. It returns acidity to the skin. It kills bacteria, removes excess dirt and oil, and also removes excess makeup as well. You can also shot this stuff and it helps to alkaline your body, which is really good if you're suffering from acne. I know someone even suggested, I get really bad sinuses, and they suggested to shot this to help my sinuses, and it really helps that as well. Because if you've got an imbalance in your body, it'll really help to alkaline that. I'm gonna kind of move on to more the things that I would use topically on my skin. I didn't really like focus on topical treatments that much because I just didn't really think that was like the cause of the problem. I definitely knew that it was internally, and majority of the time, I mean, every single person is different, so different things will work for different people, but I definitely think that majority of the time it is internally and it's your body trying to tell you something is wrong. So as well, for a little while, I think it was about 12.5 weeks, I was on these Skin B5 acne control tablets. They are supposed to, I'll read the like description on them. So Skin B5 is a breakthrough formula that treats acne at the source of the problem. It combines vitamin B5 with other selected powerful natural ingredients to help control excess skin oil production and promote healthy acne-free skin from within. Skin B5 also helps balance hormones, strengthens the immune system, and reduces stress, which are also main causes of acne. These also say to allow 6 to 12 weeks to observe improvements. My mum's friend's son had really severe acne as well, and these worked like a miracle on him. They didn't work as well for me, but I definitely think they did contribute to the healing of it. So when it came to face wash and things like that, I tried heaps of different face washes. Ended up actually going with the Skin B5 Acne Controlling Cleansing Mousse. So this was my favorite face wash to use when I had acne, and I use this in combination with Hex, which is a antibacterial face wash or body wash, I think, as well. And you can just get that from like Coles or Woolies or anywhere like that. And I use those two in a combination. I don't use the Hex anymore because I just don't really need it as much anymore, but I do continue to use this now, even though my skin is clear. I really do like this face wash. It's a gentle antioxidant rich cleanser that works deep down to remove excess skin oils and problem causing bacteria. So yeah, I really like that face wash, and it's just like a foam kind of consistency, so it's not too harsh on your skin or anything like that either. I would occasionally use this. I don't know if it actually really did anything, but it's the Skin B5 Skin Purifying Mask. Sometimes I'd put it on my entire face, and sometimes I just put it on the areas that I had my acne. And I mean, I think everything helps in combination with each other. Like, you can't kind of go wrong with just at least trying everything. Because if like you've been where I am and you're desperate, you'll literally try anything, trust me. And I just wanted to talk about a spot treatment that I now use if I do get just the odd pimple, which is really rarely now. And it's this Clearasil Rapid Action Pimple Cream. And my mum's friend actually suggested this, and you would just like kind of spot treatment it on the pimples, and I would actually sometimes use it on my really big acne. And I'm not gonna lie, it honestly works. Like, you would think, oh yeah, those stupid like face products, that's what I kind of thought, but it actually really genuinely worked. So give that one a go if you still get small pimples. It's the Ultra one, by the way, so get the one with the Ultra word on it. I don't know what I'm saying. I also wanted to add, by the time of November rolled around, I'm pretty sure it was, I actually went on the pill. I went on Diana 35, and that literally just cleared up the last bit of my acne that was still troubling me after I tried all of those things. And I have had no problem with that pill whatsoever. I haven't put on any excess weight or anything that I know of, and yeah, so I work really well with that pill. But yeah, definitely go to your doctor and see what they have to say if you want to take that sort of option. It's so hard, trust me, but try to not pick your pimples or anything like that, because I was really lucky. I wasn't left with any actual indentations in my skin, but I was left with like little tiny kind of red dots. They would kind of look like freckles, but they were red with my cheeks. And to get rid of that, I actually had 2 treatments of, I think it's just called laser treatments. I had 2 treatments of that, and I honestly think it really helped get rid of those last little red dots that were left on my skin. So if you're at the stage where you want to look into that, it's a really great option to look into. But yeah, just talk to any like laser clinic or anything like that, and they'll be able to find the best treatment that suits your scarring and whatnot. And drink lots of water. Trust me, your body will thank you. Drinking lots of water helps you in many different ways, so definitely try and drink as much water as you can as well. Also, I just wanted to say as well, I feel like this sort of thing really makes you grow as a person and makes you thankful for little things in life like clear skin. I know it sounds stupid, but honestly it does. And yeah. Just try to enjoy life as much as you can. And I think when people saw how much that it was affecting me, it really made them understand. Like by the end, like my boyfriend understood so well, my family understood, and they were all so supportive. And like, you just need to surround yourself with supportive people, and that will get you through it. Because I think the worst thing is what I did was lay in my bed, not talk to anyone, and just cry. And I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was like, you guys don't get it. But I think if you open up to someone and talk to them, it definitely feels a lot better, and you feel like you're not alone in this whole situation. So like, it will get better with time. Everyone's different, and I hope maybe if you try some of the things that I suggested, maybe they might help. Who knows? It's all worth a go. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you in some kind of way and helped you kind of feel a tiny bit better than you were feeling before you started watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos, definitely subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, that's all. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!